new forest, a beautiful new forest, and at the moment we're inside a cage which actually is occupied by not just us but by 2 Pine Martens. In order to attract the Pine Martens so we can actually see them clearly, hopefully, I'm going to put some jam, a little pot of raspberry jam here, their favourite. The main source of food, of course, is animal protein, which comes from small mammals mostly. So we talked about squirrels, voles, mice, rabbits in some cases, and fruit. Well, this chap is quite old. We've had him since he was born. He was born here, and he's now about 14 years old. Pine Martens do like mature woodland, but they like it interspersed with younger, more open spaces. The open spaces encourage voles, which are their favourite prey. They also need big trees, tall trees to climb. They do prefer to have their dens up in the trees rather than on the ground. They prefer to have their young in dens off the ground as well for security reasons. The other thing that can be done, and not quite a few woodland owners are doing this, is putting up nest boxes, suitable nest boxes that are big enough for Pine Martens. If you've got a purely commercial woodland, there probably aren't that many dead and dying trees, so putting up a few nest boxes would be great. In most of England and Wales, the Pine Marten was declared extinct probably about towards the end of the 1800s. The New Forest likewise, we haven't had a sighting of Pine Marten for 150 years, I suppose, at least. Until 1993, when one was killed on the road actually in the forest. We didn't know how it got there, although we have suspicions that somebody may have brought it. I don't suppose any of them arrived naturally, and gradually numbers built up until about 2006. I think we reached a peak of about 6, I think, sightings. There's not very many, not large numbers, but of course it is a very rare animal. It is a nocturnal animal, so very difficult to see, and it's also a very secretive animal. It doesn't actually like humans very much. The woodland owners generally are quite excited about some research which has been done relatively recently in Ireland, where they've been studying Pine Martens in the presence of both grey and red squirrels. There aren't many parts of the country where all 3 species coexist. They've discovered there over time that the Pine Martens moving into an area will actually reduce the population of grey squirrels, but have very little effect on the population of red squirrels. So in other words, it's having a beneficial effect on the red squirrels. And there are various theories. Red squirrels are smaller than grey squirrels. If you kill a grey squirrel, you've got a bigger item of food, so maybe that may be one of the reasons. Maybe grey squirrels taste better, we don't know. Also, because grey squirrels are much heavier than reds, reds can go right out to the edge of the branch. They're so light, they can almost hang on a little tiny twig and stay there, and they're much better at keeping their balance and so on. So the grey squirrel just basically doesn't survive as well in a Pine Marten environment.